AC Designs.
Officially Hurricane Debby now, and certainly a daunting sight on infrared satellite here this evening. Very dark colors and an increase in some of that lightning activity near the center of that circulation and right along the coastline, pretty much from the north side of Naples up through Tampa Bay and then headed up towards the Cedar Key area. Now, here at home, we're not experiencing that just yet, but all of that is eventually going to track towards us here over about the next 24 to 36 hours. So we'll likely make landfall early tomorrow morning in Florida's Big Bend, and then will slowly trek its way across northeast Florida and southeast Georgia, bringing torrential, perhaps flooding rains to much of the area here. Also some very gusty winds as well, but at least for the time being tonight, not too bad with regards to how heavy the rain is. We primarily have two separate rain bands coming in here now from Debby. The first of which is starting to move into eastern Nassau County, Glenn, Camden. You're likely going to start to see some of these thunderstorms slowly make their way towards you, but all of these should slowly begin to weaken as they push further and further north. Secondary one headed into the Gainesville area, southern Columbia County and Lake City. Union, Bradford also going to start to see some of the heavier rain there as well. But in Duval County and Jacksonville, light to moderate rain currently falling, but we certainly have a lot more on the way here as we get ready for Debby to make landfall early tomorrow morning. That is shortly after sunrise, 9 a.m. So our western inland counties expect very gusty winds, 50 to 60 miles per hour, very, very heavy rains as Debby slowly makes her way towards the north and northeast throughout the day tomorrow. And you can see some of these outer bands. That's where we're going to be looking for that isolated tornado risk. You get very brief spin-ups embedded within some of these lines here. So that's what we're going to be watching through most of the morning tomorrow, and then continuing into the afternoon and evening. Also look where a lot of the heavy rain continues to stick around. Southeast Georgia could see several inches, if not close to potentially even a foot of rain. And I know Lee's on your side here taking a look at just how much rain some folks across the First Coast could see, Lee.
Yeah, Ross, that model run that you just showed is incredible to see. It's frightening when you think about all of that rain that could be dumped over southeast Georgia because it continues through Tuesday as well. So here, this is from the Weather Prediction Center. Everyone here in this more yellow color, you could have rainfall totals right now around 10 inches of rain possible, localized amounts, isolated spots, perhaps up to 15 inches of rain. So that will create a significant flood threat. As for wind, we expect the strongest wind gusts to be near Columbia County, but notice that still 30 to 40 mile per hour winds possible across all of the First Coast throughout our Monday, and then overnight into Tuesday, still some stronger winds blowing. It'll stay gusty through about Tuesday. So heavy rain, that's our biggest concern with the flooding risk. We also have the risk of damaging wind gusts, especially severe winds in the rain bands. Storm surge, a low risk of storm surge along our southeast Georgia coast. And we also have the risk of tornadoes. We actually have a tornado watch in effect until 6 a.m. So the next 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, are both weather impact alert days for this widespread rain and the risk of tornadoes, strong winds, and again, the flood threat.